Hi, I'm Sharon.
Uh,
Um,
Thank you everyone for joining us on Friday, the 5th of September, for the launch call for Sharon, who's just recently joined us. And Sharon's just going to say a little bit about her motivation for doing this and give you all a little welcome, and then we'll get on with the presentation. I'll be taking you through the first half of the presentation. We'll hear a little bit from people on the call in the middle about what's happened to them, and then my colleague Jules will be taking us through the second half of the presentation too. So, Sharon, if I can just pop over to you for a couple of quick words welcoming your guests and your motivation for joining.
Hi, I was just firstly, I'd like to thank everybody for coming along. Um, I've just started patching 2 days ago. I've patched my son Jack. He should be coming along. He's got to pick the grandkids up. Um, Jack had get on. Oh,
Oh,
sorry.
that's okay.
I was fine.
You're all right there.
Don't worry, take your time.
Yeah. So John had
Yeah, Jack.
Jack rather. Jack had a bit of an accident 2 years
Yeah,
ago. It was he was involved in an RTA.
yeah, road traffic accident, which left him a brain injury. Um, he was on. I'm sick. I
Right, it was
was
quite
fine.
life-changing for him, wasn't it? I saw the pictures. He was in hospital. It must have been
Yeah,
absolutely terrifying for you.
yeah, he was
Um,
on life support for 8 weeks. Um, we got told he wasn't going to make it, but against all odds, he has.
yeah,
He's he's back driving.
he's
Um,
he's a bit of a fighter, isn't he? I mean,
yeah,
goodness me, he must be very determined. He still has some mobility issues.
yeah, he's balanced. Part of his brain that's damaged is his balance. So when he walks, it's it's like he's drunk, but obviously he's not. And people sort of like when he goes out, he'll go to the bar and they'll say, "Oh, sorry, you're not allowed anymore." And he went, "Well, why?" He said, "I've got a brain injury," which is embarrassing for him.
Yeah,
Um, but he doesn't bother now. But when he had his trachea fitted, they damaged his vocal cords, so which meant he's not got his own voice.
yeah, yeah,
So I patched them, I patched them there.
yeah. Oh,
See
bless
if
you.
that'll give. Yeah,
So he's got lots of repair work to do.
yeah,
And this is a 2-year-old situation, but hopefully we can help him. And I know you've got some health challenges too, bless your heart. It's very early stages for you. You've only been patching a couple of days, but we're going to tell everyone something, show everyone something very exciting, and they can see what you've seen. And hopefully you're going to be able to keep us posted on the progress of both you and Jack. And there's lots going on for you, isn't there? So we're really
yeah,
excited for you. We're really excited at the things that are going to happen in your lives, and hopefully your friends will be really excited for your journey as well. So, yeah, thank you.
yeah.
I know
You'll
that's
meet him
really
soon.
hard
He
for you
should
to
be
talk
here.
about. Sorry?
Yeah, he should be here about half past. He should be here about half past.
Yeah, well, I know
So
it's
you'll
quite
get to
hard for you
meet
to
him.
talk about, so really well done. I'm going to kick on now with the presentation. We're going to start with a little video, and then we'll have a little chat in the middle after some slides. So thanks ever so much, Sharon. If you want to mute yourself for now, and we'll
Yeah.
come back to you in a little while. That's wonderful. Well done, you.
Well done.
So into the video, Jules, if you please.
Oh, hang on. Where's that gone?
Light, an ancient form of energy that goes back to the dawn of time. For us, it all begins with the sun, the source of light and life for our entire solar system. Even Einstein concluded that everything we're made of contains light. All life originates with the sun through photosynthesis. Plants and vegetation collect the light, and all living creatures emit light. Humans actually emit infrared light, which can be seen with night vision devices. We've known for centuries that light has many effects on the body. Lifewave's phototherapy patches use light that can promote a general state of health and healthy activity unique to each Lifewave patch. Here's how the technology works. First, a patch is applied to specific points on the body. Where the patch covers the skin, infrared energy emitted from the body is reflected back into the body and then taps into the body's own natural flow of energy. Lifewave phototherapy patches promote an environment that enables the body to optimize its restorative energy and enhances your ability to live well without the use of harmful drugs or chemicals. To find out more, contact your distributor. Lifewave. Live long, live well.
There we go, exciting stuff. So the first question we're going to ask is, have you been patched yet? Some of us on the call have, and some of us haven't. And some of us haven't got a clue what this is about. So we're going to tell you all about this product now, this new technology, because it is new technology. And these little patches can elevate, activate, and regenerate your body. We can't, we go into the first thing we have to say is we can't tell you that this product is going to treat, cure, or prevent any disease or medical condition whatsoever. However, the things we see when people put these patches on are quite remarkable. There's an awful lot of coincidences that happen to people when they put these patches on and what happens with their bodies. But everyone's body is unique and people's results will differ. Now, we can't talk about the patches without talking about the inventor. And this is this fantastic guy, David Schmidt. He's an absolute genius. He's also the CEO of the company, and he is the inventor of the X39 patch that we are talking about tonight. He's actually got over 200 patents personally registered to his name, and he is a scientist and inventor. So he's not a medical doctor. He does have, I believe, a PhD in human biology, but he's not actually a medical doctor. But he is a specialist in age reversing. Now, just over a year ago, I had no idea that age reversal was a real area of study. But it makes sense that it would be, because everyone wants to age backwards. You never hear anyone say, I want to feel older. And David is amongst the world leaders in age reversal. In 2008, David focused his attention on stem cell research. That was the big buzzword of the time and has been ever since. And the patent for the product we're talking about tonight took some 10 years and $4.5 million to bring to the market. So this is not a flash in the pan. It's been a long time coming. Now, the patent was taken out in 2020. Now, patents have 20 years to run, so we've still got 15 years to run on this patent, and that means that nobody else can copy it. And the fun thing about patents is that you have to prove that you have a unique something, it does something that you can patent. And in the case of these patches, it says in the patent that it's by providing a phototherapy to a human body, and for example, some embodiments as a result of elevating copper peptide, including activation of stem cells, improvements in energy, elevation of antioxidants, reduction in inflammation, management of pain, improvements in stamina, elevation of collagen production, and improved wound healing. That's to name just a few. Now, the patent and many clinical studies that have been done on these patches can actually be found on this website. We'll come to this again later, but it's thisisitinfo.com, all one word, and you'll find all the science stuff on there, as well as interviews with doctors. There are lots of testimonials on there, all kinds of good stuff on there. But I'll come back to that website a bit later. So why are stem cells important? What's all the excitement about? Why do we want to increase our stem cell activity? Well, they're able to make more cells like themselves. So it's what's called pluripotence. So they self-renew, which is, they can make more cells like themselves. And also those cells, when they're self-renewing, they can also become other cells in the body. So they can become any part of your body, whether it's your skin, your heart, your liver, your kidneys, your toes, whatever. And this is a process known as differentiation. And they are needed for the maintenance of tissue as well as for repair after injury. So you can probably understand why Sharon's very keen to get these patches on her son. So why the X39 patch? Well, the fewer stem cells you have, the faster you age and the slower you heal. And this is why as we get older, we become more and more fragile. Hundreds of millions of people are experiencing symptoms of aging all the time. By the time you get to age 30, only half of your stem cells are still active. So when you're a baby, you're absolutely full of billions of little stem cells that have come down the umbilical cord from the placenta, and they start to build that baby into a full-grown adult human being. And by the time we reach adulthood and we finish growing, somewhere around our mid-20s, they start to switch off. So, they've done their job, they've finished making us grow, so they start to switch off. So by the time you get to 30, half of them have gone to sleep. By the time you get to 60, that was me last year, you've lost most of your stem cell activity. And in fact, 90% of your stem cells, give or take, have already gone dormant. So the X39, how does it work? It's a proprietary form of phototherapy, and that just means light therapy. It's a fancy word for light therapy. It's patented nanocrystal technology. Nanocrystals are the smallest type of crystals, so they're the ones that you can only see under a microscope. It is technology. There's no drugs, there's no chemicals, there's no stimulants. They reflect light from your body. We all emit infrared light all the time, and these little nanocrystals, they're made into a lattice. A lattice crystal work, and that actually reflects a small portion of your infrared light back into your body to give the body a certain signal to wake up the GHKCU, which is a copper peptide, which then in turn wakes up the stem cells. So it's what's called non-transdermal. Transdermal is things like nicotine patches, diabetes insulin patches, that sort of thing. Non-transdermal is where nothing goes through the skin except your body's own light, which has just come out of your body. So there's no drugs, no chemicals, no needles. It's non-invasive. The benefits of the X39 patches are many, and here's just a few of them. Increased strength is a very early one. Many people, one of the first things they notice is better mental clarity. Sometimes people say to me, it's like someone switched the light on in a dull room. The mental processes really ramp up quite quickly. Reduced inflammation, that's a big one. Many of our pain issues, joint issues are all about inflammation. Restored muscle or skeletal conditions, improvement of sleep, that's a big one, especially for many of us ladies at a certain age. Increased stamina, better energy and vitality, and improved skin appearance. Now, this patch will actually help us achieve an optimal health state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, or otherwise known as homeostasis. So the long-term results of wearing these patches, as per case studies on, again, thisisit.info.com, that website there again. So during the first few days, over 4,000 genes in your body begin to reset to an earlier age. So a little bit like winding a tape back, if you like. And then within 6 weeks, your brain becomes more balanced. Hence, we get the better clarity of thinking, the brain fog goes. And, again, as I said, it looks like someone switched the light on sometimes. And then within 3 months, this is when it starts to get really good fun, because this is when your collagen is increased. Now, collagen, we've all heard a lot about recently. A lot of people are taking collagen supplements, but if you can actually turn on your body's own collagen again, it's far, far more powerful, because your body is absolutely packed with collagen already. It's the most prevalent protein in your body. It's in your muscles, it's in your skin, it's in your hair, it's just about everywhere. And if you can make your collagen switch on again, and this is what keeps you elastic. It's what keeps you pliable. It's, when collagen gets old and starts switching off, it becomes brittle and we get wrinkly and, but when you wake it up and make your body produce more collagen, you become more pliable, your skin looks better, and all these wonderful things start to happen. And thus, by the time you get to 6 months of wearing these patches, you can actually show to reverse your age of your heart by up to 8 years. I have heard some reports of people saying more than that, but certainly in the studies, heart reversal in age of up to 8 years has been shown in the studies. So in the words of David Schmidt, it's not anti-aging, it's actually age reversing. And if you like things presented in colour, here is a little topography map. These were done on a participant, a 77-year-old woman who was in a study, and she had the X39 patch placed on the back of her neck. In session one, you'll see there's a lot of hot colours there. There's inflammation in her brain, a lack of brain coherence, and this is before she's got her first patch on. And then the patch is put on, and she comes back in session two, and already we can see those hot colours have gone, the reds and oranges, and it's much, much cooler, much better. There's no more inflammation, and she's showing much improved brain coherence. And we move on to session three. By the time she's been using the patches here for 6 weeks, she has then shown a complete turnaround, much better brain coherence. So it can be noted that when she came in, her brain was hyperactive, and it calmed down dramatically by the second visit after wearing the patches for 3 weeks. And then her brain remained calm after wearing the patch for 6 weeks. That's a huge turnaround, in someone who had a lot of confusion and lack of brain coherence. And here we see other topography in a different way, if you like. This is almost like a body heat map, I like to call it. So on the left-hand side, you can see this person's got a lot of pain in the back, shoulders, and around those areas. And you can see those hot colours there. And then after putting a patch on, you can see how much that changes. I don't know what the time scale was on that, I'll be frank with you, but it is a huge result, and it was fairly quick. But we can see on the one on the right, we have someone here with inflammation in their hands, thumb joints, and this is literally a result from the top picture to the bottom picture that was done in 30 minutes. Now, the one on the left, I don't believe was that quick, but the one on the right, 30 minutes, and you can see how much that pain has reduced already. So that's a very, very big change. These little patches do big jobs. And one of the other things that can happen with these patches is a lot of people actually find that their hair grows back. Now, this isn't just for guys. A lot of the girls, especially around the time when we go through the change, the menopause, our hormones can get a little funky. And, people can have patchy baldness during menopause. The men, obviously, have male pattern baldness. They have other things, some people with alopecia. But a lot of people have found, and this again, not everyone, but, many people have found their hair gets thicker and can return to an earlier pigment. Imagine that. So less snow on the mountaintop, as I put it. This is something that we would all like to have, I'm sure, as we get older. So girls and boys. Athletes on patches. Now, because this is something that is without drugs and chemicals, it's safe for competitive sport. And this was actually one of the things that launched the company back in 2004. The first patches that David Schmidt invented were actually called energy enhancers. And he actually ended up getting involved with the US Olympic swim team through their coach, Richard Quick. And the team started trialing these patches and were getting record times. They went on to win the Olympic gold. And then there was a lot of controversy because David had to go before the Olympic Committee and explain why the swimmers were all wearing these patches. Obviously, they were all dope tested, all passed. And he had to explain that there was no drugs or chemicals, and they were then allowed to keep their Olympic medals. Huge controversy at the time. And it really launched the company, to be honest, because people started to notice that something new was going on. And you'll see there's Sean May, NBA. He likes his patches. David Beckham, he used to use them when he was playing football. And these, again, were the energy enhancers, the early ones. And then we move on to the X39. Lorenzo Salvadori there, Superbike champion. He actually likes to wear his X39 on his patch under his patch on his forehead under his helmet, because he likes to have absolutely spot on concentration. When you're whizzing around on 2 wheels at very high speeds, you need to have super concentration. And he feels that his X39 patch gives him that. So a great help for him. So how do we wear this X39? We're not all going to walk around like motorbike champions with our patches on our forehead. You would notice an awful lot of people doing that if you did, but it's not advised. Okay. So many of us will wear our patches on the nape of our neck or maybe below our belly button, wherever you feel most comfortable. On any acupressure point will do, but they're actually systemic, so they will work anywhere on your body. And we wear them for 12 hours on and then 12 hours off. So the reason for that is so your body doesn't get too used to the signal and start to ignore it. It's called attenuation. So 12 hours on with the X39, we like to wear them during the day because we can get a lot more energy that way, and also we can hydrate better. You then throw the patch away and put a fresh one on the next day. Rinse and repeat, we call it. So every day you're putting a fresh patch on, wear it for 12 hours, take it off. You can wear more than one patch at a time, but we don't recommend more than one X39 patch. But you can wear some of the other ancillary patches that you saw earlier in the presentation as well. And as I said, drink plenty of water. That is really important because hydrating your body helps your cells to communicate with each other better. It helps the electricity to flow so they become more conductive and helps you to flush out the toxins. It's also really important to take electrolytes when you drink your water too. So we do recommend, David himself recommends a 90-day protocol as a bare minimum. And this is because if you want to get optimum results, it took your body quite a long time to get broken, and you've got to give it a chance to get fixed. We do sometimes see results for people in weeks, in days, in hours, sometimes minutes or even seconds. One patch wonders, we call them. Not everyone's a one patch wonder. In fact, many of us aren't, and some of us have to be a lot more patient. Certainly I was one. Our bodies, of course, are not all built the same way, and that means that the causes of certain conditions are often different. The most common reason for any lack of response to the patches is dehydration. Lack of hydration will reduce the effectiveness of the patches. It's important to drink enough water before and during patch use. And as I said earlier, do try adding the electrolytes as well. That is important that your body has all the building blocks to actually get the job done and make these new cells and go around and do the repair work. So here we come again to thisisit.info.com. I've mentioned this website a couple of times. If you want to write it down, if you want to take a screenshot or take a picture on your phone, you'll find loads of information. You can lose yourself in this website for an absolute week. There's a ton of stuff on there. If you like to get all the science info, that is the place to go. It's all on there waiting for you. Studies, clinical studies. And as I said, there's interviews with doctors, there's interviews with David Schmidt. There's all kinds of wonderful information on that website. So the X39, it's so sophisticated and yet very, very simple to explain. The testimonies of X39 are life-changing and emotional, very frequently emotional because, when you change people's lives, it really changes a lot for them. The best thing about the X39 is it absolutely works. We're going to go into a little chat about the patches. I'm just very briefly going to tell you about what has happened to me. I came into Lifewave just over a year ago, 15 months. About 15 months. I'm looking at the date. I'm a dog walker and home boarder who couldn't walk, which is not great for the career, I'll be honest. It was definitely career shortening for me. I have bursitis in both hips, and due to the bursitis, which is a swelling in the hip joints, I was walking one day and my right hip did something that I can only describe as something crunchy. I heard it, I felt it, convinced I'd broken something. I nearly hit the floor. And what had happened is I'd actually torn the large tendon that goes over my right hip, the greater trochanter. And I had scans and all sorts of stuff, and I was living on painkillers. I was having steroid injections every 6 months with the great big horse needle that goes right into the hip. They're pretty ouchy, I can tell you. That wasn't a fun thing to have. And my consultant merrily telling me that it's degenerative, sweetie. Get over it. That one we can't repair, it's too big. And so you're going to have to live with this. You can have as many steroid injections as you like, which I didn't really like the sound of. I wasn't enjoying having them. And I only got 2 or 3 weeks respite from the painkillers by having the injection anyway. So I was looking for another solution. It was either that or I was going to have to get rid of my 3-bed semi. and find another way to make a living. I was having to go up and down my stairs on all fours as it was, and I was pretty grumpy. If I needed to go shopping at the end of my day, I was holding onto the trolley like it was a Zimmer frame and often not getting around the store, often just leaving halfway and coming home in pain. And I was pretty moody and fed up. So I saw my friend Inez posting about these little patches on Facebook. She was using them on herself, on her husband, but what made my little ears prick up was she was using them on her rescue dogs. Now, if you're using something on an animal, there's no placebo because an animal does not know what you're putting on them. And yet she was getting these results on her rescue dogs. She has 8. She's a glutton for punishment. So it convinced me enough that I needed to give these a try. That and the fact there was a 30-day money back guarantee. So I figured, well, if they don't work for me, they're going straight back, and I'll tell Inez exactly what I think of her patches. So I got these patches. I was waiting for them to come, so I watched all the information I possibly could because I was really excited. Got my patches, put my first patch on, and absolutely nothing happened. I was gutted because, I was expecting this miracle. I had heard of all these people having one patch wonders, and I wasn't one. But, I was expecting, to be honest, that it wasn't going to be me that was a one patch wonder. So I had to wait. I immediately stopped taking my painkillers. So my pain levels should have gone up. They didn't. They stayed where they were. And over the next 2 weeks, they started to slowly come down from a 7 or 8 with the occasional 9 to a 5 to 6 the next 2 weeks. Out of 10, it went down to a 5, maybe a 4. The next 2 weeks, a 3, at which point I would have been happy if that was all I got. But by the time I got to 2 months, my pain had completely gone. In fact, I was going around doing squats in front of everyone to show them, which I hadn't been able to do for several years. It's not a pretty sight, I'll be honest. But, that wasn't just all that happened because my skin started to improve. I had these little bumps under my eyes, which someone told me was cholesterol. They suddenly started to disappear. No one told me that was going to happen. My skin, my hair has got much thicker. I've not had it this long for over 20 years. My energy levels went up, and I wouldn't shut up about the patches, and I still haven't. So that's enough about me. I absolutely love my patches. And I'm going to ask someone to volunteer to say a little bit about what's happened to them. Now, I know Laura's got a fantastic story. Laura, would you share with us what happened for you, my darling, please?
Hi everyone. So I'm a foster carer. Just over a year ago, I had my first placement move on, which left me in a bit of a dark place. I was very skeptical about starting the patches. I was like, oh no, it's just another gimmick. But I got my arm twisted and I started them on the Monday morning. No word of a lie, I was blown away instantly. My energy levels went through the roof and my depression cleared straight away. Now, I'd been suffering with menopausal symptoms and brain fog, the night sweats, aches and pains, you name it. That all went away. I had a knee injury, spondylitis, sciatica. That all went away within 2 months of patching. I carried on, and about 2 months ago, I remembered that I used to suffer with pins and needles in my hands at night time, which would wake me up all the time. That's gone away. And more recently, I went through a very, very hard time after my second placement. I had 2 children removed from my care by the local authority because they did a level 1 data breach, and it put me down on the floor. And I was really shocked at how they treated me and that they could just rip those children out and take them away like that. I went in a very dark place. If it wasn't for these patches, I would not be here now. They have helped me focus and get up every single day and fight back for what I believe in. It's given me the energy and the motivation that I need. And this time round, because I've been building a business on the side, I have had an income in the background to fall back on. Last time I was 5 to 6 months with no income. This time they've ripped my income away and not paid me. But because I've been building this business in the background slowly around fostering, where I did not have hardly any time to breathe, and I was very, very burnt out, I'm now able to be here for my team and help other people.
Yeah,
And
well
we
done,
have got
Laura.
amazing community around us.
Yeah.
So if I had not had these patches, I would not be here. And it's given me the energy and the strength to carry on.
I've been so
So
proud of you, Laura, the way you've coped this time with something so awful. And it is grief. It is grief when you know there's
yeah,
children are taken away from you, and you have coped fantastically well. And yeah, I think you've done, you have bounced back very, very quickly. It's been absolutely brilliant. So a really big well done for you. And the
Amazing.
changes in you are huge. I'm so, so proud of you. Well done. Well done.
Yeah,
the
amazing.
best thing, just one more thing, the best thing is being able to help everybody else out there, giving them a better quality of life, giving them their lives back. It's
Yeah,
just amazing.
yeah. Well done. Thank you,
So
Laura.
if you're
That's incredible.
skeptical, just give it a go. You've got a money back guarantee.
Philippa, I'm going to come to you next, my darling, if I may, because I know you've got a wonderful, wonderful testimonial with your fibromyalgia, haven't you?
I do, yes. Thank you very much. And yeah, Laura, you've done absolutely smashing. I'm going to get a little bit emotional, but yeah, I have had fibromyalgia for what feels like most of my life. I was properly diagnosed with it over 18 years ago. And I just had chronic pain, chronic fatigue. I used to sit at a desk every day in absolute agony. I lived with a TENS machine on my shoulder, on my back. Just in utter agony. I lived on painkillers. I was rotting my stomach with ibuprofen and Tylenol and the strongest painkillers. They were just killing me. But I had to come off them eventually because I was getting to work and not realizing that I didn't remember my journey there, and that scared me. I thought I'm driving from Braintree to Chelmsford. That's no small journey, and yeah. So, anyhow, cut to last year, and I was offered a chance to find out about these patches, these marvelous, marvelous patches, and I just said yes straight away because nothing else had worked. Doctors can't help. Painkillers didn't help. Nothing, not even exercise. So yeah, it must be 12 months, 13 months now. And within a couple of days, my energy, my chronic fatigue, had lifted. My brain fog had lifted. My mood definitely had lifted. It took a little while for the pain, but not too long, about a month. And I realized that I didn't have any pain anymore. I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. So yeah, and I tell people, and they don't believe me, but that's fine.
Well, when I met you, Philippa, you were walking with stick.
I was walking with a stick, yeah, and I was walking my dogs with a stick, and as you can see, I had a Springer, and that was no mean feat to walk a Springer Spaniel and a Labrador with a stick and chronic pain. And tendonitis.
Yeah.
So yeah, no stick, no
No stick.
tendonitis.
Yeah. And you do Tai Chi
So
now and everything, don't you?
I do Tai Chi, yeah.
Yeah.
Although I've given the gym up because I wasn't enjoying the gym very well, to be honest.
No one
I'd
does.
rather do
No
my
one
tea.
does.
Yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you. Thank you so
No,
much
you're
for that.
welcome.
I'm gonna put Sheila on the spot just a little bit for a super quick one. Sheila, my darling, it's so nice to have you on a call.
Yeah.
And I know you have some amazing testimonials there, but could you tell us a little bit about your husband, Mike, please, my darling, because it is
Yeah.
such an incredible story.
Well, Mike had terminal cancer. He was diagnosed with prostate cancer. His PSI was 112, which was like Walking Dead, basically, because it's supposed to be 8 or 12. we were on all the medications and things and strong, very expensive pills, and he wasn't getting any better. Then we found the patches. When was it? About a year now, is it, Michael? Yeah, it's here. about a year. Yeah, about a year ago, and his PSI now is negligible, isn't it?
Wow.
Undetectable.
That's
His
fantastic.
tumours in his chest have shrunk to gone.
Wow.
His the ones in his pelvis are dormant and not functioning, or prostrate. And we've got the well, I think Val can show you I can show you the before and after pictures of what he looked like when he was first diagnosed to when he was just going fishing in January. So he's he's now back to working, he's back to fishing, he's back to being a pain in the ass.
And I hear it said that you now have him working 5 days a week again, Sheila. Is that
Oh,
right?
at least.
And how many years young is Mike?
78.
78. Thank you so much.
Salmon fishing.
And it's just gone back off the river salmon fishing. And to be honest, 3 years ago, well, it was just after COVID, wasn't it, when you got the thing? He couldn't get off the city hardly.
Yeah.
So whatever, I think these work. I really do think these work.
Yeah.
And I think I don't have such a big reaction, but as Val will tell you, I'm a bolshy old cow that won't sort of do anything.
Sheila, I love you. You crack me up every time, and I can't wait. I can't wait to come and see you again really soon, because
but I wanted to
it's just so amazing coming up to see you guys.
Yeah, I wanted to say about something I've just discovered this week. This Jan O'Sullivan, is it O'Sullivan with the Patches Manual?
Jan O'Sullivan, yeah.
She's just published the new book. This one with
you've got it. Well done.
Got it already.
Yeah. Honestly, I've got to say this is 20 million times better than the last one.
Oh,
brilliant.
Wow.
I was going to suggest something to you as a business idea, is that I could sell lots of these because it goes into detail about the
well, we can come into that at another time.
Yeah, but
yeah, I mean, to have them available, absolutely. Because
if we could have a bit of just a little bit of margin on it, it would make everybody that's doing the.
I don't know if she's coming to London. I don't think she is, but we can have a chat about that. But it's a wonderful. I mean, the fact that she's allowed us to be able to buy them so cheaply. She's put a lot of work into those, so it's absolutely.
I mean, this last one, it explains all the cynics.
Yeah,
about the technology.
It's absolutely brilliant. Yeah, thank you, Sheila. That's wonderful. We are running a little bit tight on time, so I am going to just kick on a little tiny bit. Sharon's just got a hand up there.
Can you unmute, Sharon?
Are you able to unmute, darling?
Oh, yeah, I am. I just wanted to let everybody meet my son Jack.
Oh, lovely.
He's absolutely easy with these. So there you go, Jack.
Hello.
Hi, Jack.
Good to see you.
Oh, Jasper. That is all patched. Show them your patch. Look at there.
Oh, well done.
Brilliant.
He's patched up.
Lovely. We look forward to hearing what's going on with you, and it's very exciting stuff. And if Mike can recover from cancer, I'm sure that it's going to be some good news coming from you very soon.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
We look forward to it. Oh, thank you. Thank you for coming on. That's fantastic. Really, really pleased. Okay.
I'm now going to wanting his voice back.
Yeah. I'll come and visit you at some point as well. Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. Lovely.
Keep us updated on that then, Sharon.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to hand over to Jules. I'm going to hand over to Jules for the rest of the presentation about the company itself. Thank you, Jules. Take it away.
Thank you, Val. And thank you guys for those amazing testimonials. I mean, like we said, they are life-changing and emotional. I was shedding a tear there. But thank you. Absolutely amazing. So I'm just going to touch a little bit on the actual company itself and the business opportunity. So first of all, I have this question. What is the most important thing in your life? What has brought you here this evening to see this opportunity? Is it that you want to spend more time with your family or have time freedom? Or maybe you want more job security, or to be able to travel more, or maybe you just want better health or less debt. Well, Lifewave can help with all of these, whether it's through the patch itself or the business opportunity. And Lifewave, the company, has actually been going over 20 years now. And we went from $20 million in 2021 to $320 million in 2022. And that was because the X39 patch was launched, and we just had incredible growth, but also the team that we're all a part of, the This Is It team, got hold of this and really took it to new levels. So you can see the growth was absolutely unbelievable in that year. And then in 2023, we had sales of $430 million. Last year was $600 million, and this year we are heading towards $1 billion, which is absolutely incredible. We're just growing from strength to strength. And we're open in over 75 countries, so a really international product. And the great thing about it is that it's not a Me Too product, meaning that we haven't got any competition out there. It's not like we've got a product like weight loss companies or skincare or supplement companies where you've always got competition. Someone's always got something better than you. This is out there on its own, totally unique, with no competition. So it's a great opportunity at the right time. And Lifewave is now ranked #1 momentum company 2 years running. So this is something we're really proud of. 3,000% growth rate from 2018 to 2024. So absolutely incredible again. And as you can see the growth there. Also, as I mentioned before, we are part of the This Is It team, which is actually the fastest growing team in the business. So we are definitely in the right place at the right time. So we've got several different buying options. So you can either become a customer and pay the full retail price of $149.95 for a sleeve of X39, and that's in dollars. Now, if you wanted to become a preferred customer, you can just pay $99.95, so a massive discount there. You get your auto ship, and that just means that you're getting it at the wholesale price, but also you get lots of little samples along the way as well. Now, if you become a preferred customer plus, you still pay the $99.95, but also a $25 fee as well, which just means that you're going to be getting samples of patches every month, and also annually you get actually a whole sleeve of patches. So a great way of trying all the different patches that we do. Now, if you wanted to actually get involved with this business, then the best thing to do is to get involved as a brand partner. This means that you're getting your wholesale price still, so you're getting the discount there, but also the business opportunity as well, and it is an incredible business opportunity. So these are 3 ways you can get involved as a brand partner. You can either go for the core pack, which is 3 sleeves of X39. So a sleeve is 30 days worth, so a month's supply. So 3 months supply there for $295 US. This is great if you just want to try the patches for yourself, or if you want to share with a loved one. But if you want to get stuck into the business a little bit more, then maybe go for the advanced pack, because you've got 6 sleeves of X39 in there, and that's just for $535. But if you really want to hit the ground running with this business and you're a serious entrepreneur, then I would definitely advise the premium pack, because you get 20 sleeves of X39 in that. That's only $1,750 US, and you're actually getting it for a price of about $87.50 per sleeve. So it's definitely the best option if you want to really get involved with the business. And that's a great way of just having, obviously, different patches for you to try yourself or share with your loved one, but also to actually sell to potential customers as well. So we have different streams of income with this business. So at the moment, we've got 4 main streams of income plus the member incentives. Soon, we will be having some enhancements to our compensation plan, which means that we'll actually have 9 ways to earn then. So that's all very exciting, and exciting times ahead. So the number 1 is retail. So this would be if you're buying in your product at wholesale price and selling at retail price. So that is your profit there. And we also have an introductory bonus, which is basically when you introduce new members. We have a cycle bonus, which you earn from your whole organisation. So it's a really good way of just topping up those bonuses. And then your matching bonus is actually from what your team is doing. So you actually get rewarded for your team's success. And we also have fantastic member incentives. So we have loads of rewards and prizes and promotions along the way. But the great thing is we also can qualify for some amazing trips. And the trip coming up is to the Bahamas, a cruise in the Bahamas. No expense spared, guys, and these are so achievable, these trips, and it's just really exciting that we have these to qualify for every year. So the compensation plan is so easy and simple to understand, but it also is very lucrative. Now, we use what is called the binary system, so it means that you build one team on your left and one team on your right. Now, if you introduce just 2 people on your left and 2 people on your right, you can go to the rank of manager, and this is where all the magic starts to happen and the bonuses start to open up to you. And you can actually earn from the binary system alone up to $25,000 a week, which is just incredible, isn't it? And we do get paid weekly, and it's amazing how quickly those weeks come around as well. So it's very exciting. But not just that, we also have our matching bonus as well. This is where you earn from your team. So you can earn actually from 3 levels deep, meaning your first level are the people that you've personally sponsored yourself. Now you can actually earn 25% of their bonus. Now that doesn't mean that it's coming out of what they've earned. It's actually coming direct from Lifewave as a little thank you to say thank you for training this person up and introducing them into the business. Now, not only that, you can actually earn off the people that they've introduced into the business and also the people those people have introduced as well. So before you know it, your income is really growing fast. Now, you can actually earn 20% off your second and third line. So it really does become a lucrative company. So as I say, there is an amazing website that you could look at called thisitinfo.com. Val mentioned this earlier. It's full of information about the patches, the science behind them, the testimonials. It really is full of information, loads of videos as well. But if you're more interested in the business side of things, then head towards thisisitteam.com. Again, this is full of information all about the business itself and the compensation plan. If you want to write those down now or take a screenshot, it's definitely well worth doing all your research in these 2 websites, full of information. And as David Schmidt, our CEO, said, you have an incredible opportunity before you today, the opportunity to bring the healing power of light to everyone around you. And it's so true. It's amazing how rewarding this can be just from helping people, you know, and it is life-changing as well. So the time is now to make your move. This is real hope for the future, guys. And if you're serious about your dream, then just get started on X39, get that patch on you, feel the benefits and start sharing it with everyone. You can't help but do that. And it's an amazing product, an amazing opportunity. So I'm hoping that you've liked this presentation. Thank you to Val and thank you to all the people that have given their testimonials. If you like what you've seen, then please get back to the person that shared this opportunity with you, i.e. Sharon, and you know, hopefully we will be welcoming you into the team very soon. So thank you again for watching. I'm going to stop sharing and stop
thanks,
recording.
Jules. That's absolutely brilliant. Sharon, would you just like to say a couple of words to your guests, and if you unmute, darling.
I'd just like to say thank you very much for all coming on. I know there's a few that have my cousin David in Bulgaria. He sent me a message, says signal or someone's not there.
I know a couple of people had tech issues getting on, so hopefully they can see a recording.
Yeah, my cousin says she's had a wobble, so I don't know what that's about. But at least I've got my mate Mo and Sharon and Joshua's on there as well.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to the other ones, but
that's absolutely brilliant. So thank you. We're going to Jules is going to stop the recording now, and we're going to have a little question and answer session that's not recorded. So hope